suspicion by his carer of his use of cannabis. What would happen next? So Ben, his mum, Kelly, and Ben's little 5-year-old girl have had to live with the trauma of the raid and the fear of the legal consequences throughout the last few weeks, and without the only medicine that gives him relief from his relentless suffering. This is the real crime. Peter Dunn and the Police Commissioner Mike Bush assure us police are capable of showing discretion, but clearly that's not the case. Our medical professionals are the only ones that should be involved in this call. Ben's and my medical professionals support our effective use of this harmless plant, and so do many other medical professionals. We demand a moratorium be placed by Mike Bush, Police Commissioner, over the existing medicinal cannabis community immediately, including patients, carers, growers and transporters, until the laws are altered to reflect good science and common sense. Kia kahe hama! Thank you. I'd now like to introduce Huhana Hiki. Huhana is a human rights lawyer. Wander down here to you, Huhana.
Kia ora everybody, my name's Huhana, Dr. Who. Remember those who've passed. Helen Kelly, she reminded us to remember to love everyone, to remember to love. And we can do this peacefully and we can do this in love. And it is in love that I ask that this government and further governments, depending on who gets in and if people bother to vote, we may have an opportunity to express that by legalising. When I first came on this journey, I really struggled with the idea. As a teenager, I've gotten a bit stoned every now and then and enjoyed it. But I haven't had a drink in 30 years. I haven't touched any drugs for a long time. And I got on it. And, you know, it's different. It's not like what I experienced as a teenager. Very different. But it works. And it works really well. The problem is, it's putting me in debt. It's putting us in debt. But also, a lot of other people can't have the opportunity to find that out. Why should people be missing out? Yeah. Rochelle Cooper died a couple of weeks ago. She was another one that used medicinal cannabis for a brain tumour. Little Riley Brown, through his gift, gave me a month of Sativex because on the day he was due to start it, he died. Too many people are dying. Too many people are struggling. Why should Ben, who's a young man, tetraplegic with his life ahead of him, have to end up becoming a criminal in order to live his life with painless actions? Why should he be struggling? For goodness sake, this is about common sense. How can you get stoned on a balm? How can you get wasted on ointment? You know, that's made. The balms work, I've been told, but it does. They work, and there's a good education program in place. Support for those who can't manage it, because there is a small population that can't. But like anything else, Alcoholics Anonymous exists. Why can we not have a support structure for people who cannot manage? But the majority of people do. If our elderly over the age of 50 are imbibing at a very high rate, I understand it's around 46%, then they are telling us something, aren't they? It's not a youth problem. It has nothing to do with the youth. It is a problem of people who cannot control what they're trying to do. So, think about it, guys. We need to make it legal. We also need to get beyond the pharmaceutical. And I think I showed some of you earlier. I've got 2 bottles here. You're welcome to come and look. One is Sativex, one is Tilray. Sativex is the pharmaceutical bottle. It is alcohol, peppermint oil, which increases spasms, and cannabis. It works, it's okay, $1,200 a month. I have the Tilray oil that I'm currently on. It works. It's only grapeseed oil and cannabis. That's all it is. It works, okay? All I can say is I've started losing weight. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I don't struggle with the same pains anymore. I don't have the cravings for sugar I used to have when I had it on opiates and steroids. I have found I've got my life back. I enjoy my whānau without being so fatigued all the time. All I want to do is sleep and drill out of my mouth all day. I work full time and I enjoy it. Why can we not have our quality of life be as pain-free as we can be, live our lives as we choose to live without the government interfering and making us into criminals? Thank you very much.
Government ignorance is not an excuse anymore.
Margaret Ainsley, medicinal cannabis activist and patient, front and centre.
About 8 years ago I broke my collarbone, and as a result of some duff surgery I've been in chronic pain ever since then. So I've been on an industrial dosage of gabapentin, which is pretty unpleasant. So to help me relax in the evenings and the weekends, I often have a cookie or a smoke, and gets rid of, also helps with nausea. But at the moment, of course, I'm a criminal, and as a middle-aged 52-year-old, I think it's a bit of a waste of time for the police, and it's a bad stigma for me to have. So I call on the government to stop farting around, watching Peter Dunn and the current government trying to push forward overseas pharmaceutical companies to supply us with cannabis is like watching a snail. So I implore Peter Dunn, please hurry up. Come on, National Party, you can do it. Be a bit more enlightened. So that's me.
Hello everybody, and thank you so much for coming. It's very brave. Everybody here is brave because the law is making us poor. The people who are here today are medical marijuana people who are sick. We're the vulnerable. We're the people who can't go to work